A family court ruling that dismissed 43 matrimonial cases with compromise memos with a 10-line common order has confused lawyers specializing in divorce maintenance and child custody. The first additional family court had on June 22nd listed 43 original petitions where warring spouses had reached an out-of-court settlement to end litigation. They filed compromise memos in court seeking closure of the case, some of whom were more than 7 years old. The Supreme Court of USA announced on June 23rd that it had deadlocked in a case challenging President Obama's immigration plan, effectively ending what Barack Obama had hoped would become one of his central legacies. The program would have shielded as many as 5 million undocumented immigrants from deportation and allowed them to legally work in the US. In a brief statement from the White House, Obama said the ruling was a deep disappointment for the millions of immigrants who would not be able to emerge from the threat of deportation for at least the balance of his term. Obama said the White House did not believe the very brief ruling would have any effect on the president's authority to act unilaterally. But he said the practical effect would be to freeze his efforts on behalf of immigrants until after the November election. The principle of affirmative action for African American and Hispanic people seeking access to higher education received a boost on June 23rd when the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a controversial program run by the University of Texas. The court decided that the university's scheme, which considers race as part of its admission process, is constitutional. That the court's affirmance of the university's admission policy does not necessarily mean that the university may rely on the same policy without refinement. President of US Barack Obama praised the verdict and said that he's pleased that the Supreme Court upheld the basic notion that diversity is an important value in our society and this country should provide a high-quality education to all the young people regardless of their background. Obama said that US is not a country that guarantees equal outcomes, but it does strive to provide equal shots to everyone, and that is what the court ruling upheld today.